big fan of all things related to Mayberry. It's a 4-star film. I love it.
Welcome to another Mayberry Man Behind the Scenes. I'm Court Howell, producer of Mayberry Man, and today we're talking about movie reviews. And since Mayberry Man has been released, we've been getting some great reviews on Amazon, IMDb.com, Facebook, and even on YouTube. And so today we're going to highlight some of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mayberry After Midnight gives it 3.5 clovers.
Let's be honest, who doesn't fancy themselves a movie critic? You know what they say about opinions? Everyone's got them, and with Mayberry Man, it's no different. So let's take a look at some of the things people are saying about Mayberry Man. Amazon customer Stevie Baby 59 says, 5 out of 5 stars. A feel-good experience. It is a good, warm, uplifting, heartfelt story. This is a movie you will never get tired of watching over and over again, just like the series. And it's true, we've had many fans say they've watched it numerous times, both at home and in theaters. Bobby P says, 5 stars. Take an hour and 38 minutes and just relax. Wonderful tribute movie to the fans of The Andy Griffith Show. The plot twists give a wink to the old show, but it truly stands on its own. Just take a short break from the hypnotic noise and vitriol that floods our lives these days and come on home. A little creative writing there, thanks Bobby. And it's true, Mayberry Man is a great departure from everything that's been going on these days. Alan Harris also gives it 5 out of 5 stars. He says it's a visit to Mayberry. I just loved this movie. Funny, clean, and all about what Mayberry means. If you love Mayberry, you will love this movie. And we couldn't agree more. And you know what? We have been getting some negative comments from people, but those are people that I think haven't watched the movie. They just hear about the idea and they're mistaken that it's some sort of remake or reboot of The Andy Griffith Show, which obviously it's not. But I think you can take it from the diehard Mayberry fans that support the movie and those that are in it, that Mayberry Man really does honor the original show and it pays tribute to the Mayberry spirit. Rachel on Amazon says, 5 stars. Amazing movie. I couldn't stop laughing. I, being 20 years old, have very little knowledge of The Andy Griffith Show, and this movie was still amazing. It was heartfelt, hilarious, and wholesome. Can't wait to watch it with my friends. It's a must-see for everyone. And I love this review because it does what we hoped to do with this movie. We want to pass the Mayberry spirit on to the next generation. Another verified Amazon customer says, 5 out of 5 stars. We enjoyed this film so much. All the characters were great, but the actor that played the Floyd impersonator was the best. Most of all, it was a clean film, a rarity in today's world. Hope they make a sequel. Of course, Floyd is played by longtime Floyd tribute artist Allan Newsome, and he really does a fantastic job. Take a look.
Look at that. I've got to go. I'm a tenor in the Mayberry Barbershop Quartet. You want to go?
I'm Allan Newsome. I'm Floyd the Barber, the tribute artist in Mayberry Man. Huge fan. I've been doing Floyd the Barber since 1994 at different Mayberry events. But this was my first time ever being in any kind of acting role or movie. Since high school, I was in a class play, had one line. And getting to be Floyd in the movie, I've been preparing for that for 27 years, being a tribute artist. So it was a lot of fun. I had a great time doing it.
And if you get a chance to come out to one of our theatrical screening events or a Mayberry festival, you can see Allan in action, bringing Floyd to life.
Hey, there's a lot of bad hair around here. Just look. I could get him in the barbershop. Boy, I could make a killing.
Okay, next we have a review that's a little more critical. Cameron Logan gave the film 4 out of 5 stars on Amazon, and he wrote a lengthy review. Now it helps if you read Cameron's review in the voice of Roger Ebert. I'm not going to do that here, but here are a few of the highlights from Cameron's review. From the get-go, the premise is a bit silly and super predictable, but the charm of the main cast keeps the film afloat. Not only is Brett Varvel great in the leading role, but his character's pessimistic snark grounds the film for those who may not be huge fans of The Andy Griffith Show. His performance harkens back to Bill Murray's character Phil in Groundhog Day, playing a stranded cynic surrounded by colorful characters brimming with kindness. Though all of the tribute artists to the classic Mayberry characters do a good job, the filmmakers were smart to focus on Floyd and Barney, played to a T by Allan Newsome and Rick Roberts respectively. Newsome and Roberts steal every scene they're in, and at times I felt like I was watching Don Knotts and Howard McNear again. As for the rest of the cast, I thought that Jacob Winter, who plays Chris Stone's assistant Shane, was a standout. His comedic timing led to a few of the film's biggest laughs. The one part of the film that didn't land for me was the romance. Although Ashley Elaine, who plays Kate, does a fine job with what she was given, her character isn't given enough time to develop. I actually like that Cameron brought up the comparison to Groundhog Day because that was actually one of the movies we looked at in preparing to film Mayberry Man, so I think it's an appropriate comparison. Cameron wraps up his review by saying, overall it was a fun film and I watched it twice. Well, I would say that is a very positive review. Now I'm going to go over some of the negative reviews in just a moment, so stick with me. But first, let's go over to Facebook and take a look at what people are saying there, where we currently have a rating of 4.8 out of 5. Dawn says, I watched Mayberry Man and thoroughly enjoyed this delightful movie. Brian writes, my wife and I just rented Mayberry Man on Prime Video. It was great. I enjoyed the tribute artist's dedication so much through the movie, but I sure wasn't expecting the surprise at the very end. Nicely done. And Gary keeps it short and sweet. Just watched Mayberry Man, great family movie. Now, we've also come across some reviews on YouTube. Rod's Random Reviews weighed in and he gives it 2 thumbs up. And then Dave Sundstrom, a prolific reviewer with over 120,000 subscribers, his review of Mayberry Man runs over 10 minutes long. We won't play the whole thing, but here are a couple of quick clips.
For Dave Sundstrom, the big fan of all things related to Mayberry, it's a 4-star film. I love it. The things that I liked in it was obviously the love, the affection that is demonstrated in almost every single frame for the Andy Griffith Show. The cast is pretty good. I like Brett Varvel as the main character, Chris Stone, but I really loved Allan Newsome, who played himself, but he also, because most of the movie took place during Mayberry Fest, he played Floyd the Barber. And then Rick Roberts was also wonderful as a Barney tribute artist. And I also have to say that I really enjoyed Jacob Winter as Chris Stone's assistant. He was just nutty and wonderful and fun.
Well, Dave, thank you for giving Mayberry Man such a thorough and thoughtful review, and if you'd like to watch Dave's full review, I will put a link in the video description.
You will walk away from the film after an hour and a half and feel good. Those of you that are Andy Griffith fans, I hope you do what I did, which is go ahead and pony up the cash to buy the film right there on Amazon.
Okay, well, I promised I would share some negative reviews with you as well, so check these out. Too sentimental, too pathetic, too slow. The writing and the script itself are mind-numbingly stupid. This is one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's boring, the acting is shallow and weak, the whole premise is annoying. I've never seen a worse depiction of Italians in my life. Wait, hold on a second. You know what? Those aren't Mayberry Man reviews. Those are reviews of some of the most beloved movies of all time. Too sentimental, too pathetic, too slow, that's Shawshank Redemption. The writing and the script itself are mind-numbingly stupid. Well, that's It's a Wonderful Life. This is one of the worst films I've ever seen. That one's Star Wars. It's boring, the acting is shallow and weak, the whole premise is annoying. That one's The Godfather. And of course, I've never seen a worse depiction of Italians in my life is also from The Godfather. That just goes to show you, you can't please everyone.
Now, wow. You have a movie theater in this town, right?
And even professional movie critics get it wrong. Check out these reviews. Rocky won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Time Magazine's Richard Schickel mocked the film's plot as achingly familiar. How about Jaws? Charles Champlin of the LA Times called Jaws awkwardly staged and lumpily written. And how about Citizen Kane? The movie many film experts say is the best film ever made. Well, British theater critic James Agate called Citizen Kane muddled and amateurish. In fact, just this year, Citizen Kane lost its perfect rating on Rotten Tomatoes with the discovery of a negative review published in 1941 in the Chicago Tribune that deemed the movie a flop. The point is, even the best movies have terrible reviews, so we're not going to dwell on our negative reviews. The only thing we can do is make sure that we have plenty of positive reviews from those of you who love the movie. So you've seen Mayberry Man and you like it and you want to leave a review. We would love that because the more reviews Mayberry Man has, the more people will find out about it. So where can you leave a review? There are 3 sites that are the most helpful. First is Amazon, because that's where most people will be watching Mayberry Man. And right now, our reviews on Amazon are suffering just a little bit. Not because we don't have great reviews, but because the handful of negative reviews that we have there are hurting our overall score. And here's why. Amazon gives more weight to verified purchases, meaning a review left by someone who actually rented or purchased the movie on Amazon counts more than someone who maybe bought a DVD at one of our events or saw the movie in the theater. That's just their way of verifying that the person leaving the review actually watched the movie. It's not a perfect system, but it is what it is. So please do leave reviews on Amazon, but if you are thinking of renting or purchasing a digital copy of the movie, please do that before you leave your review. The other great place to leave a review is IMDb.com. IMDb stands for Internet Movie Database, and it's a great site for researching movies and television. Anyone can leave a review there, and since Amazon actually owns IMDb, the more reviews we have on IMDb, it can actually help us on Amazon and influence Amazon's algorithm to suggest Mayberry Man to more people. So even if you have left a review somewhere else, a review on IMDb is always appreciated. And finally, another popular review site is called Rotten Tomatoes. The real appeal of this site is that users can take a quick glance at the tomato meter or audience rating and decide whether or not to take a chance on a movie. The problem is, we still don't have enough reviews to even have a rating. The tomato meter relies on approved critics, so there's not much we can do about that until actual critics watch and review Mayberry Man. But the audience score is based on user reviews, that's you, and that's where you can help. We only have a few reviews here so far, and we really need more. The few that we have are pretty good. Keitha S. says, "Love this movie. It's a sneaky comedy, but then they get you and just keep layering it on. So much fun. Barney and Floyd may be better than the originals." Well, I don't know if I would go that far. But we need a lot more reviews on Rotten Tomatoes before we earn that audience score. So if you'd like to leave a review on Rotten Tomatoes, you can just head on over there and search Mayberry Man on RottenTomatoes.com, or you can click the link included in our video description. One more place you can leave a review is our Mayberry Man movie Facebook page. But the Facebook reviews are not quite as important as those others that we talked about. Now, we don't expect everyone to fall in love with Mayberry Man, but we know there are many, many Mayberry fans and families that will love this movie. And without your help, without your positive reviews on sites like Amazon, IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes, they may never find out about it. So if you like the movie and you think more people should see it, please leave a review on one of these sites or all of these sites, and together we can help spread the Mayberry spirit.
Well, season's greetings. Gregory Shelt here. Man, it's a heat wave out here in the North Pole. Don't tell Santa, but I took his hat. He loves when I take his hat. Hey, Mayberry fan. Want to share some Mayberry spirit this holiday season? You can give that special someone a Mayberry Man DVD. Not only do you get the Mayberry Man movie, but it's also jam-packed with bonus features, like our behind-the-scenes slideshow, a director's commentary, and a documentary about making the movie. And if you really want to spread the Mayberry spirit, you could take advantage of our discounted 3-pack and 5-pack DVD bundles and save a bundle. Christmas will be here before you know it, so go to mayberryman.com and give the gift of Mayberry this year. That's Santa. I gotta go.
We've put together some great deals when you buy multiple copies of the DVD, so you can save big. Go to mayberryman.com and look for special pricing on our 3-pack and 5-pack DVD bundles, and give the gift of Mayberry this holiday season. Well, that does it for this edition of Mayberry Man Behind the Scenes, and please go leave your positive reviews. We would appreciate that. And until next time, I'm Court Howell. Thanks for watching.
If you want more videos about The Andy Griffith Show, be sure to hit subscribe and click that little bell icon so you're notified whenever we post a new video. Thanks for watching.
Shazam!